What's up, everybody? This is our very first episode of Power Move. I am so excited. This is 2023. We have some great guests that you guys gonna love, and then also too, this is a new year, new beginning. You know, a whole new 365 days. So this is the time where you want to pay attention because the Power Move is going to bring you some new and great and fresh information to really help you prosper for 2023. But the key is, it's going to be up to you to really take the notes down and also to pay attention, because it's going to be some stuff where you're going to have to wind this thing back and want to kind of listen again. But today, I have a real, very special guest. I met her on a gospel shoot with one of our artists, Danny Sullivan. We was shooting Follow You. I think it was Follow You. Yeah, it was Follow You. Okay. She giving me the nod yeah, it's Follow You. Yeah, it was Follow You. I met Veronica and just right off the bat, spirit just clicked. You know what I mean? Something just told me she's gonna blow up. You know, I need to kind of keep her close and help her out as much as I can for all the information that God has poured into me, so it'll be available for her. So I've been watching her grow ever since. You know, I've been watching her move ever since. She's been making some good photographer. She know how to take pictures. She know how to edit. She got a beautiful voice. She know how to arrange. She got an ear for music. She just all the way around. So she's one of those sisters who's man, I want to get to know her and I want to be her friend and I want to help her out, and then I want her to be able to tap into me. That's the type of sister she is. So I'm not going to hold it up anymore. I'm not going to keep talking about her. I'm not going to keep blowing her head up on the side. I want you guys to meet her, you know, and for yourself. So we're going to bring on AKA Miss Veronica, AKA MOYI, right? MOYI.
Yes.
Okay. All right, here she go, everybody. Here she go. What's up, Veronica?
Hey, hello, everybody.
So what's good? What's been going with you?
Just, being a mom, working, building, creating, just enjoying life.
Good. Now, everybody wants to know who you are, where you come from, how you got started, and how you know this is the path that you're supposed to be on. So the first thing I want to ask you, where are you from?
I am from Buffalo, New York, and yes, I am a Bills fan.
Wow. So where are you at now?
I'm in Florida. I'm in Deltona, Florida.
Man, that's a big jump.
Area.
That's a big jump from the cold into the hot. You know what I mean? How did you adjust?
I left after this one blizzard storm we had. I said, I am never going to go through another snowstorm again. And I moved to Florida. And at first, the transition was easy, busy. But mentally, I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. But it's good. I like Florida.
Good. Now, the next question is, how did you get into production? Photography, video, and all that stuff. How did you do that?
I've always loved it, but when it comes to photography, I will give all credit to my mother. My mother is she calls it frozen memories. Since we were little, my mom is, let's take a picture, let's put it in an album. She would just gather us all, the whole family, our friends, and she would just have the camera in our faces. And at that time, it was the film cameras. It wasn't even what our phones was. It was film. So she would buy the disposables, go get them printed, and just create these memories. So I think, it just stems from my mom and her visions and her dreams. And then as far as production, I actually went to performing arts, and I was a music major, and I actually transitioned to communication arts. That's film production and movies, and I actually fell in love with it. So I always knew eventually I would, tap into it.
So it's a big difference between regular film and digital film, because now
Yes.
digital film is just like you take the picture, boom, it's here. Regular film, you got to. I remember taking. I'm gonna tell my age. All right, I remember taking the pictures. I remember taking the pictures and taking the film out, and then go to like Walgreens and go to the counter and say, all right, I want these, and then they send them back and they say, well, how many exposure do you want? And I say, all right, let me see the pictures. Some of them may come out good, some of them may come out bad, but yeah, now it's just like you take pictures. It is what it is.
Yep. I've been learning a lot with photography. I've been meeting a lot of people who have been teaching me. And one thing this one man told me was, when you click, think of 25 cents, because that's how much it used to cost on a film camera every time you press the button. So your digital will be limited instead of overly capturing, 25 cents, 25 cents. Okay, that's your shot. And it's true. Film, was expensive, and you never knew what you were going to get.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, my next question is, how did you get into music? Not just gospel, just music all the way around.
Since I was little, I loved music, but I was one of those kids who were shy. So I would sing in my room, like fully in my room. I would sing to myself in my room with the stereo playing, the stereo when you used to put the cassette in. I would record all the songs on my cassette, play it back, and I just loved music. And I've always said I'm going to be this big singer when I grow up. I was going to be a teacher, and I'm going to be a singer when I grow up. And it's just, I feel like music is just a part of my life. My dad was a rapper. My mom loves to sing. So I think it's just something that's, just in my gene pool. It's we're just all gifted.
So was it hard to transition from hip hop, R&B to gospel? I mean, how did you get into the gospel part of it? Because a lot of people, started out in the church and then went over to R&B and hip hop. But it's I need to know how people do it. What's the transition part of it?
I can honestly say it is very hard, because till this day, sometimes I still struggle with it, because I'm very versatile. I can do a country gospel song, and I can do all kinds of genres. But then when you actually look into gospel, there's one traditional sound for gospel. But I struggle with it a lot. But it was easier for me to find a purpose in what I was singing about when I turned to gospel.
Okay. So let's talk about your power moves. What power moves are you making for 2023?
2020.
We lost it.
Hello?
Yeah, we back. We back.
Okay. 2023, I told myself that I am fully giving and my visions and my heart and my mind to God. Whatever He wants for me in 2023, I'm going to walk in my obedience. I'm going to listen, and He has all access to everything. And I know that I've seen myself creating a production company as well as having a photography studio. So I feel like this year is going to be one of those, that's going to be one of my main focuses this year, with putting music out as well. But my main focus is building the businesses for generational wealth for my children.
Well, my next question is, gospel is changing.
Yes.
So why do you think that it's changing?
I was just having this conversation the other day is, media, TV, radio, everything is always growing, and it's always catering to millennials. So I feel like what the millennials lean towards, that's what everyone has to do, even in gospel. There's a new sound in gospel, and I believe the sound is to actually get the millennials and the younger generation to actually turn towards it. In a way, I like it because, you're bringing the younger generation. They're learning about God. They're hearing about God. But the old soul in me is like, that doesn't really align with what gospel is. So I don't know. I'm here and there with it.
Yeah, that you're absolutely right. I think that a lot of the old traditional gospel artists like a Kirk Franklin and sometimes Don McKirkland and I think it's Tri Tribute. I think that's his name.
Yeah, Ty Tribbett.
Yeah, all of them are pretty much like using like secular beats. So it's not like, your normal, hey, about to pass out, that type of music. It ain't that no more. It's all about when you listen to it, it's like, hey, I'm going to the club or this is church.
Yes. Well, you hear a lot of people saying now, "Oh, I'm gonna go to church and turn up." I'm gonna, you hear that. You hear that. I'm gonna turn up at church. You turn up at the clubs. I hear that a lot, and I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just something I've been feeling. But I've been seeing more of the business and the marketing in church than I have of actually feeling the presence of God in a church. So I've kind of been in like this weird journey walk because of it.
Well,
It's not the same.
you kind of like set me up for my next question because
Okay.
I was going to talk about church business. I think today's churches has got away from traditional thinking, and I understand that if you're a pastor and you're called to be a pastor, and God has placed you at this church to be the head over all the sheep, so therefore, do that and let people give freely. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to cram down their throats, say if you don't pay your 10% you're going to hell. But now I look at it like this: people looking at churches now as a business, because you got these little mom and pop churches that popping up everywhere, like all in the lunchrooms and all on the corner store. I mean, they just like everywhere. So give me your your sight of that. How you feel about that?
Listen. So I can honestly say that I've walked away from the building of church, like the actual building, because you know what they say, we are the church, So
Correct.
I started going back to church when my son was 1, so he's 11 now, so like 10 years ago. And I loved it. I fell in love with the fellowship. I fell in love with the feel of it. I fell in love with what it represented. But a few years ago, like 2 years ago or a year ago, it didn't feel the same. I felt like I was stuck. I felt like something was wrong. Like they were catering more to the screen instead of who was present in the seats. So I feel like church has gotten about more, I think it's more of like a social media trend than it is of the now and the present. Like we should be healing the people and going outside of the church too and healing the people that really need it, looking for a trend or a market to, my social media and say you're spreading the gospel. And I think that's what's happening is new age church. Everyone wants to be this big trend on TikTok or this big trend on social media. And they're saying it's okay to do this, it's okay to do that. And they're pushing that, and I don't know, church is not the same.
Yeah, to me,
I can go on and on about that because I don't feel that same value anymore with church.
Right. To me, church is like a big social circle. You know what I mean? If you in with the pastor, you in with the first lady, or you in with the deacon, or you in with the deaconettes, it's becoming a clique. And then
I made a post like that, like try this year coming up to get outside of your clique, like get outside of your ministry, ship with another and invite someone else in. Like they don't realize that they create these cliques and these groups and then they shun everyone out. That's not ministry.
So also too, when did it came a point where pastors got to have security, bodyguards? When?
Well, God is our bodyguard. I didn't even know that. Listen.
Yeah, I mean, some of these mega churches, I'm not gonna call the name out, but some of these mega churches, they pastors got security. It's like they stand up in the front row with the little RP thing in their ear. It's like somebody saying, "He's not paying his tithes. He's not drinking the holy water. Go get him. He's falling asleep."
Row F, 23.
Yeah, row F. Yes, 23, 16B. He's not reading correctly, or the camera's on somebody. that person is asleep. Go nudge them. You know what I mean? When did it came to the point where we have? I understand. Okay, this is what they're doing. Study using ushers. You know, we have ushers.
Yeah.
They're not ushers anymore. They're security.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. They're you might well say they're usher security, because that's what they are.
Yeah, usher security.
Because I know about ushers. Everybody know about ushers. You know, the ushers, they help you. They help you come in. You know, they greet you. They show you where you can sit at. You know, if you don't want to sit in the front, you know, you can get a seat in the back. But now, they walk around with big old, nice jackets on and earpieces,
sunglasses.
You know, got a little thing right. Got a little thing right and say, "All right, pastor's coming out in about 5 seconds. All right, everybody get in place." You know, that type of situation. It's almost like he got his own, or she got their own person of security. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, when did that happen?
It's it's not about God anymore. It's about self. You know, I'm seeing a lot too on social media, because social media is big right now. I feel like you can still minister on social media and not make it about self. Like, I feel like the minute people say, I have a prophetic word, and they put viral post viral, make this viral, like, it's like, I feel like that defeats the purpose of the prophetic word, because now you just want it to be viral, and viral is an infection. That's a disease. So it doesn't make sense. But I feel like self-appointed pastors, because everyone's a pastor now, everyone is prophetic now, everyone is, they just,
well, you just never know, because some people just prophet line, you know. They speaking, they speaking over your life. Then you can't let everybody lay their hands on you, because you don't know what type of anointing that person have for them to be laying hands on you. And then you sit up there, you falling all out. You talking about the Spirit, the Holy Ghost done caught you. You're lying. Either you just got off from work, you tired, and that person that happened just put his hands on you, and you just lost your balance and fell out. You know what I mean? Yeah. My thing is,
that's big to me. I don't let anyone just put their hands on me.
No.
Not even when I'm doing my hair. No one touches my head at all.
Yeah. See, the thing is, though, it's time out of people playing church. Because, God is real. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Jesus is real. I mean, he said he's going to come back one day, and a lot of people is not going to be ready for it. And it's sad. Nope. It's sad, but, you can only do what you can do within your body, within what you have in you. If you don't have the word, pick up the Bible. I mean, not even the Bible. Pick up your phone, download the app. It's something in that Bible to help you through your day. If you're not
it's our guide, it's our manual, literally.
Yeah, if you're not feeling well, if you have problems on your job, or you got sickness in your body, God said heal yourself. You know what I mean? Because he give you power. You can speak life or death over your tongue. If God can make a rock talk, ain't no telling what he can do. He can move mountains. But it just people in church just need to sometimes stop it. Stop it. Be real with yourself and just say, what? Enough is enough. The little one.
Yeah, I heard a little one. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, y'all. Mom life.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. But it's just time out for people, playing, and just try to get themselves right. I always tell people, look, I don't proclaim to be, righteous and godly, and throw my hands on people all the time. No, I'm only gonna be me. I'm only gonna be what God called me to be, and I'm gonna do what God says I can do within this body. If God speak to me to speak to you, maybe that's what it is. I can't. Sometimes when that do happen, when people are like, oh man, you speaking a word, I'm like, look, bro, it ain't me. I didn't know that you was going through what you was going through. I'm just telling you what's in me to tell you. Now it's up to you to receive it. Amen. I may not remember this. So it's up to you to really pay attention. So you got to have an ear to really listen to say, is this the devil or this God?
Yep.
Because sometimes the devil can come to you too in the form of you thinking him to God. Every blessing is really not a blessing. Sometimes that blessing is just for you to learn. And sometimes, when you learn, you don't make those mistakes again. Some people just don't know how to learn. They just keep making the same mistakes.
Yep.
And then also, too, like the people in the Bible, I couldn't imagine myself walking in the circles for 40 days and 40 nights. Hell, I'm going to be tired.
Yeah, no.
First,
The same thing all the time. Yeah.
Let me tell you, the first 24 hours, I ain't going to even say the first 24 hours. I'm going to say the first 15 minutes. I'm going to be tired.
That's true. Because I'm the type of person I need to see different. If it's me, I need different. I need to do something different. Something ain't right. I shouldn't be doing the same exact thing, the same exact way. Something is different. I feel like that's the only way you grow.
It's just like I knew somebody who was walking that day, 40 days and 40 nights, say, hey man, isn't that the same rock we just seen 5 minutes ago? How come we keep saying the same rock? See, right there would have told me, is like, yo bro, we've been walking around in circles, all this time. It's just like, we got to stop. And then also too, another thing is, be mindful of your circle, who you hang with. It's like the people who you hang with, if nobody is growing in that circle, you need to find you another circle or be your own circle.
Yeah, I had a lot of lessons like that. I have these big visions, I have big goals, and the only way to focus on your vision and goals is to surround yourself with like-minded people. If these people are drinking every weekend, partying every weekend, how are you going to grow? You're doing everything you're not supposed to do. With big visions and big dreams, how are you going to grow with people who aren't dreaming as big or have goals as big? You have to check yourself, check your surroundings.
Yeah. That's my little buddy in the background. But
yeah.
When was it?
Our little worshiper, Noelle Marie, everybody.
Yes. So when was it that you knew that you was gonna be doing gospel full time?
So about, I think 2020 was it? I made a testimony album. And in my album, I told myself, this is the last time I'm ever going to feel like this. Like, God, I need something new. God, I don't want to sing about this stuff anymore. And then I released a song called Be Alright. And it's kind of like an old school sound. But it was my turning point to, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. Because that song opened a lot of doors. And I was like, okay, God, I'm on the right track now. Like, I feel like that's something we need to find within ourselves. And we'll know because it just kind of flows effortlessly.
Good, yeah, because I know we got that. We are playing it on our station. So that's why I know what you're talking about. So from this day, what's the next big power move that you're making in your career? Are you looking to do a collaboration with other artists, other gospel artists, or you still trying to fulfill your EP, your album? What you trying to do?
I actually love to collaborate. So if anybody wants to collaborate with me, I'm very open with it. I love, unity projects. I love when people come together. I think there's so much power in that. But I am working on an EP, and I plan on releasing another album this year as well. So I'm not putting my music to the side, but that's something that I'm going to be working on silently this year, and just, kind of releasing when God tells me to release.
Now, the photo shoot that you just did with the clothing line, I mean, how did that happen?
Well, I did some events with her. I did a poetry event with her, and I did some events with her. And she has been launching, she has It Ministries, and they do all kinds of events. She has a coffee shop, and she plans on just taking her ministry to the next level. So she said God gave her a vision for a clothing line. And that's just how we connected with a women's Women Arise event. Yes. Okay. We collaborated with a Women Arise event that I worshipped at, and that's how I met her. And we've just been connecting, just doing things together ever since. I think it's a really good. It's a cute line. It's gonna be powerful.
Yeah, yeah, I saw it on the pictures that you put up on Facebook, the shoot, and I was looking at it. Matter of fact, yesterday, and I saw how clean it was. I'm like, those are some great images.
I'm growing. I feel like God is just clearing my eyes more and more.
Yeah, and also too, you got a big project that God just placed in your lap. Now it's just like your photography work is going to like really blossom because you're ready to just make major moves throughout the whole Volusia County area.
Yes.
So you want to talk about that? Because that's a major power move.
Yes. So I was asked to work for this company. What they do is they go in and out of schools and they capture photos, school pictures, sports events, dance events, all kinds of events. It's throughout Florida and in and out of Florida. So it's throughout the states and it is within Florida as well. Every time. Sorry, y'all. Every time. But it's throughout Florida. All right. I'm going to have to put her in the room. Okay. It's throughout all of Florida and it is in and out of the state of Florida. So I'm excited for it. And they cover all expenses. So I'm not coming out of pocket with anything. And I don't have to bring my own camera. Yeah, it's a blessing. They'll pay my airfare, my hotels, my mileage. They're going to cover my oil changes and they have the equipment. I don't even have to bring my own. So that's nobody but God because of my faithfulness and obedience.
That's it. Yeah, see, and what you did, you position yourself to be at the right place at the right time. Because sometimes the devil can have you moving so much, you miss your blessings.
Listen, one of my biggest struggles, and I've always been this way, and I don't know why, but I want to help people. So if someone would say, I have this opportunity for you, you got to do this, you got to do that. Just wait, I'll let you know. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it sounds so good. Yeah, I'll wait. Me waiting on people put me so behind and it hindered me. And I finally just started saying, God, whatever is from you, that's what I'm going to do. If it's not from you, I know it's going to fall apart. And that's exactly what I've been doing ever since. And what's from God will fall into you and it's going to flow effortlessly. What's not from God is going to fall apart. You're going to be able to recognize it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, we have less than a minute and 20 seconds left. So throw out your social media, let people know how they can contact you and follow you and all that good stuff.
All right. So on Facebook, you can follow me under MOYI. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. We can redo this.
No, we good.
All right. Under Facebook, you can follow me under MOYI or Anointed Visions. That's my photography. On IG, you can follow me on I_AMMOYI and Anointed Visions as well. And on all platforms, you can hear all of my music. So Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, all of it.
Well, people, I'm glad you guys tuned in. And hey, we had a great time. This is not the only time that you're going to see Miss, I'm going to call her Miss M because everybody knows her.
It's Moji.
Moji, the Moji. But I know you as Miss Veronica. So I just know that it's a blessing to be in your presence and also to learn more about what you're doing. Not only in your community, but in your life and your power moves that you're making. So we're going to sign off. This is DC. This has been a great episode, and I can't wait for the next one. All right, God bless you guys, and talk to you later.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.